Hey, thank you so much for tuning into my channel today. I have been bitten, spit on, and scratched until I bled, and I don't hate the kids who do it. Let's get into it. If you've been on my channel before, you know that I'm a paraprofessional and I work with special needs children. When it comes to an environment that has special needs kids in the classroom, a lot of different things can happen. These kids are limited or don't communicate at all. So they use different methods to communicate, whether it's a communication book, whether it's a talker. Sometimes they scratch, sometimes they grab onto, sometimes they point. So sometimes when it comes to the physical aspect of the job, they're not doing it in a malice way. They're doing it to tell you something. Whether they're angry, they're in fear, they're overwhelmed, they're overstimulated, and they just have a hard time expressing themselves and sharing how they're feeling. So there are ways to avoid being scratched, bitten, or spit on, but the hard part is you never know when it's coming. You never know when they're feeling uncomfortable or when they're feeling scared or they all of a sudden had a thought that made them overstimulated. So the best thing we can do, the goal is to teach them how to self-regulate and communicate effectively in a different way. Ways that I do this, especially when it comes to the completely nonverbal children, is either giving them a fidget. I know I had one student that needed to bounce on a ball for a few minutes to regulate himself and make him relax. So there's a lot of different methods. Every child is different and everyone needs a different way. And knowing and learning each child every day can kind of help understand what we can do next to help them. There are things like biting guards I've seen teachers wear as far as like on their arms. I've seen teachers wear gloves. I've seen them do certain things. But when you get close to a child, whether you're picking them up, whether you're giving them a hug, or you're just playing ball with them outside, once you get close to them, sometimes you forget because they're sweet, they're great, they're little. Sometimes you forget like they can come at you a certain way depending on what's going on. So I'm not saying you can avoid it, but there's certain things you could do. You can wear bite guards. You can kind of see when it's coming, if it comes slow enough where you can see it. But sometimes their body can tense up. You can be picking them up and they just kind of grab your neck and snatch your neck and you didn't realize it was coming. Or it could be something where someone took their ball away from them and you didn't see it, where they go and want to jump at them or bite them, but you don't know what happened. And they can't communicate like, hey, that's not fair. You took my ball, let's share. They can't communicate that. First thing they try to do is just go and get what they want, no matter what. I wanted to do this video because I think there's so much misunderstanding when it comes to kids with special needs, the way kids communicate. I think when you come home or see your family or friends and they see you have like marks all over your body, or they see you're just extremely tired at the end of the day, they think you just had a horrible day at work. And it wasn't a horrible day, it was exhausting. You're beat, you're ready to go home, kick your feet up, relax. You don't want to hear screaming, you don't want to be chasing after any kids. So it's not that we don't love our job, it's just exhausting. So I think there's some kind of misunderstanding. No matter how many scratches I get, no matter how many bite marks I get, I'm still gonna show up for work the next day because there's so many positives that come with it. You see how they grow from September to June. They change, they learn new things, they find other ways to communicate. Sometimes kids that don't really give you eye contact, kids that don't interact well with other kids, they start changing throughout the springtime, and it's so great to see that. Another great thing to see is parents. When parents show up for these kids all the time and they're constantly communicating with you, when they show you how much they appreciate the time you take out with their kid, it's such an amazing feeling because they want to take their kids to a place that makes them feel safe. They're already nervous that they can't pick up their child and say, hey, how was school today? They said, oh, we went to the park. We ate peanut butter and jelly for lunch. I got a new toy. I got a lollipop for being nice to a friend. They're not able to communicate their entire day with their parents. So when we're able to make their child feel safe and they trust us to have their child, because I know it's hard today, that makes the job worth it every single day. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you have any other questions or concerns, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. Hit the like button and subscribe.